Okay, the Potomac Girls, season 10, episode 7. Guess who's back? Of course, it's Monique. I'm gonna have to skip over whatever Tia was talking about in the first few seconds because I don't know, she was on the phone with her mama. But anyway, yeah, so Monique's back. That's what's important of this episode. She go or Ashley goes over there to talk to her at her house. Was it at Monique's house or was it Ashley's house? Either way, they talking, catching up. Actually, they never fell out or anything. They always been remain friends after her last season on the show because normally she just wouldn't talk to anybody, like she pretty much said. She hasn't talked to Wendy at all. Of course, she hasn't talked to Giselle at all. um she's divorced now. We already know that. The kids is good. She done got her a new bird. Because remember, T'Challa done, went on to be with Chadwick. And, yeah, she been doing good and everything. Pretty much when it comes to that Candace fight, I believe we probably will talk somewhere about that. Maybe when we get to her and Giselle on a one-on-one tip. But yeah, she's over it. I mean, it's been some years now. It happened. It's over. She owned her part in it. I don't know about all that trauma crap, whatever she's trying to say that she necessarily blaming it on, like past hood traumas and how you deal with stuff and all this crap. So that's why you attacked her, girl. No, Candace was running that mouth. She got back. That's all. That's all that was. It was to it. It is what it is. She has spoken to Karen though, so that's good. She's kept in touch with her as well. Hopefully that dang truck that pulled up with his dang loud ass engine wasn't all up in the background, but it is what it is. Either way, Ashley, she is doing a Pride event coming up for was it Washington D.C. Pride, World Pride, something like that. She's gonna have a float, and all the ladies are invited. So she's giving Monique the rundown on all the ladies because she's of course met Giselle, met Wendy. She just ain't never met Stacy or uh, Kay. You know the new girls, Angel, like she don't know them, Tia. So of course Ashley is gonna ask her like, so I mean, how you feel about meeting Monique? I mean, not meeting Monique, but how you feel about seeing Giselle? Everybody, I'm sure seeing everybody else will be just fine, but y'all two had the issue, right? And of course she's like, girl, I'm over it. I can move past it. The only thing that's gonna have to happen is if somebody want to address something, then we can do that. But other than that, girl, hopefully Blood say I'm okay. I'm just hopefully Giselle gonna be okay. Child, why Wendy out here spending all that money that she done stole trying to renovate this house? She got look the whole house trying to redo the sitting room, the family room, the dining room, the kitchen, the floors, the sunroom, the pantry, the mud room. What is the mud room? The laundry room. And this gonna cost her at least at least up to or more than $100,000. Like, girl. I don't know why they kind of. I mean, they slip things in here and there. That might not necessarily make sense, but Wendy does talk to Eddie about the girls trip, right? Um, he was trying to get a little bit more information out of her. She really just was kind of being surface, like, oh, we had a good time. I was sick, so I didn't really do too much, but a little shopping here. We had a little dinner. Maybe one little two fights, but everybody was good. But anywho, her dad never reached out to her on her birthday, so I guess that's kind of something that was bothering her. And Eddie was just giving her a little comfort in that. So I just was just like, I don't know, did that just kind of felt a little weird out of scene, like where do we get talking to her daddy from? But he lives in Nigeria. You know, they were her mom and her dad was divorced when she was about 8 years old, so their relationship wasn't necessarily, like that. Obviously, she's living in America, here in Nigeria, and then her mom remarried, so her stepfather was kind of that dude, in her life. So she was just kind of feeling a little something like, dang, I can't believe you ain't call me. So Stacy and this cannabis line, okay, it's called Shayo. The name is Nigerian. It means joyous, happy, all the words that associate with happy. And obviously, we have Happy Eddie. So the similarities is just too hard not to notice. Yet it's just blowing over Stacy's head to where she's like, I mean, no, I came up with this all on my own, and it's nobody else's. It's mine. Something for my family. And then she does FaceTime Ashley in this moment because she was doing like a little photo shoot for the line, which I did see some pictures on Facebook. I was like, okay. Let's say now I see the background. And Ashley was just calling her about Jazzy's wedding, which I totally forgot about Jazzy. Like is she necessarily a part of the show? Her actually doesn't make sense either. It's like they're just throwing her in here because she's Mia's friend. Mia's not here. And when she was here with Mia, it was only for, you know, said opportune times, and we got something out of her, but it was like I didn't get that she belonged. Like, let's get her back. Like, I don't know, but if that's how y'all feel, maybe that's why she back, because I'm like, how does this girl just finagle her way onto the show to have her whole wedding put on TV and everything? Like, she's like, who is you, girl? Like, I don't know how they let her slide. I will give you that though, Jazzy, because how did you, right? You just worked your way up in there. Okay, so Angel. All right, this is her first season, so we're still getting to know her. Um, you know, she's sitting with her sister. We learned that they're about 12 years apart. I can't remember her name. Oops, sorry, Angel, I forgot. I'm sure I'll catch it on the next one or whatever, whenever she come back. But she's explaining how she's meeting these girls and she expected to be, warm welcomed. Um, what she put it? She wanted a handshake, not a slap in the face. But basically bringing up, how Giselle called her a catfish at the dinner table in front of everybody. So she was humiliated. And then Wendy was co-signing it with her, woo, laughing all about it. So she was just like, what the heck? Like, she wasn't feeling that whole scene. I think that's kind of what broke her. The disconnect between her and the group kind of just, that's where the disconnect came, because I think she was right. She's thinking one thing, but they're giving me something that I don't know how to maneuver in this way, because am I supposed to be mad about it, or is I'm supposed to take this as a joke and who like y'all do, like, what I'm saying, because this is necessarily hazing, that Giselle's just putting her through, and all the other ladies just fall in line with it. But for somebody coming in new, trying to get to know y'all, sometimes everybody don't know that there is a joke happening, right? And I think that's where Giselle done clicked out of that part, and Wendy, should I say, like, y'all trying to get to know her, but y'all doing things but not saying, oh, my bad, let me stop playing with you, it's a joke. Y'all just keep on letting it ride, just hoping that she just got it. and was gonna move on. But it was like, nah, now she's stewing in it, and it's like, is they really doing this? Is they really messing with me? Is they, you know what I'm saying? But either way, they go into basically shading Giselle, talking about she be photoshopping her neck rolls, and Wendy ass done transformed into whoever she is today with all them fillers and stuff going on. Because, you know, we ain't gonna say nothing, but you know, I mean, I can say everybody doing it, but most of the people who gets on these shows and stuff like that, you know, once you get a little money change and all that stuff, you get to tweaking and peaking. And Wendy definitely tweaked and peaked a whole lot. But anyway, I didn't mean to spend that much time on that segment because either way, Angel she gonna give them another chance. Is how she gonna put it. Like, you know, I'm gonna give them another chance. I think this whole episode was just random stuff because here we go at Tia house, and they talking about her daughter who had a birthday while she was gone, and in the was they went to Nevis on their little girl's trip, and because I thought it was the son, I think I had said the son on that review, but it actually was the daughter. But somewhere one of them days, or maybe the same day, the girl done had a party, a little house party where she's supposed to only invite a few friends. But like teenagers do, they text everybody. So the party turned into the block party, okay? Where it might have got out of hand just a slight, to where the little girl felt the need to have to call the police on her peoples. But luckily the dad was there, so he's saying, okay, it did might have got out of hand a little bit to where, you know, he did help shut it down, but you know, it wasn't as bad as at least the other ones was talking. Because the little girl, the little sister or the little brother said, somebody threw up in my bed. And I'm like, oh, nah, see, what kind of nope. What is a Party X, Project X? I don't know. You know what? My little brother did something like that, where he told my mom he was going to have a little party. And she said, okay. Next thing you know, she get the call from the police talk about some, yeah, there's a party in your house with all these children. And yeah, listen, that's what happens. Giselle fighting for her father's estate. Remember, she mentioned it way, maybe not in that last season, maybe the season before that. Yeah, that he had passed with a so-called will or no will that he ended up signing, and she's like, that's not the right one. The stepmama done did some stuff where she got rid of the first one or got lost or something, but either way, she ain't helped me looking for it. She done took all the stuff when technically he was supposed to leave whatever to her and her grandkids and whoever else, because I don't think she's an only child. I'm assuming Giselle probably got some brothers and sisters, but either way, yeah. And the outcome of that wasn't an outcome on this episode, at least not. It's, you know, a process to where she don't get along with the stepmama, so it's up to the judge to figure out what's going on. Okay, and Gregory, their relationship is going good. See, for me, this felt like another random scene because why do we care about Kay and her man? I keep saying a lot. I gotta stop that. See, that's what these videos is for, is to help me with my public speaking, because I'm not very good at that. But anyways, Kate and Greg working on a relationship. They kind of changed it up a little bit to where it's just not so you know, it's more laid back, no pressure to be married and all that stuff. They go into therapy and, you know, it's working out. So Stacy and Wendy meet, and you know, the main part of this sit down was, okay, what's up with this cannabis line, girl? Because I got Happy Eddie, you got Shayo. Shayo's Nigerian, you're not Nigerian. So what's going on? Of course, Stacy's oh, I'm your Nigerian sister. I wanted to pay homage to my Nigerian people. It means joy. It has nothing to do with Eddie and Happy Eddie. And I promise I never stole any ideas from you. And mind you, they literally showed up. Okay, well, Stacy does do the long straight hair. Okay, I think we all kind of picked that up. The long straight is her signature, and then she might do a little wavy, curly, on a good day, right? Wendy just so happened to walk in with the long straight, like literally the same wig, and they both had on the same color. Okay, Stacy had on a solid orange. Wendy had on like a orange, purplish, red mixer going on. So it was very similar. And she brought it out like to say, listen, there's a lot of copycats in this group. Stacy might be biting off my aesthetic a little bit. She biting off this Eddie, Happy Eddie. What was it? Karen tried to steal my candles. Either way, um, she can't take Stacy too serious, which is fine. You can't really. You're not supposed to take this show very serious. My thing with her is, like I said, it's the exaggeration of certain things where it's like, oh, the shocker. Like if she didn't do that, then I'll be like, okay, Wendy, I'm cool. And look, if she didn't steal some fraud stuff going on, like, girl, that's a little, I don't know, making me questioning you, girl. We questioning you, we watching you while you trying to renovate this house. And Jazzy's wedding, like, like I said, very random. Because why is she here? I don't know. Um, and what was it? Ashley, Stacy, and Wendy went. Makes sense. I remember Giselle said Stacy was only gonna go if it was gonna be a photo op moment, which it was because they showed their little clips on the TV. Obviously, they couldn't stay through the whole thing, just pretty much as much of the ceremony that they could. Then they had to go boo boo, hop back on the plane and get back to DC Pride so that they can do Ashley's event. And we get to Ashley's event. Ashley, remember she's Ash Top. That's her drag king name because she's a female. It's transitioning to a man or dragging as a man versus a man dragging as a girl. But either way, she hands out these shirts to all the ladies. Angel gets the all over her tits. Wendy gets the degrees these nuts. Stacy gets liquor hosen. Oh, liquor hosen, because remember she was in that Dutch ass German outfit trying to be sexy. Giselle got the serving jizz, which was a little funny, obviously. And then, she had Grace there with her. Grace is 21 now, so she can hang out and drink whoop boop. So she was in the background, kind of a little bit shocked a little bit at these names. We have Tia, Miss Proper, Puss Popper. I think she had the best name. Kay ended up getting the cum injector. Okay. I probably would have been like, girl, what does that have to do with? But anyway, as we're doing in the midst of party, yay, get a drink, dance a little bit, Monique walks in, what's up? Monique walks in, what's up? And Giselle literally kind of just, like, literally stopped in her tracks. Like, oh, wow, she had to double check her a little bit, like, who was that? Cal. But she tapped Cal. Yeah. You know how you do that. That's kind of how the look went. But she say hi to everybody else. I'm sure all of us pretty much laughed at that moment that we was waiting on, because it's a lot of us who've been waiting on this. A lot of us, okay? And it's happening. It's happening. Um, you know, Giselle in her confessional does say that, listen, you know, Mo, she does feel that the Monique that she used to know was not authentic, but now that she's divorced, you know, maybe getting to know her won't be so bad, you know, because she's a new person and things of that nature. So, you know, different Monique. I kind of side eye that just a little bit, Giselle, only because what does her being married have to make her fake for? I don't know if I was the only one thinking that, because she had the four homes with her man, her husband, because she had all these things with her husband. Did that make her? Does that make her fake? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So now that she doesn't have all those things, she's not gonna be fake. Or who's to say she doesn't have? Well, yeah, I forgot. I remember she. I don't want to break down everything that she had because I can't remember everything, but I do think she did say she didn't want, like, she didn't want to take nothing from Chris like that. I think she just wanted like her house or something, and then he can just go on about his business. Like, I don't know, whatever she did. Girl, no wonder you Ashley is his friend still. Cause Ashley, listen, y'all both is still y'all. Oh man. I mean, no, Ashley got enough. But so maybe Monique got enough. I'll say Ashley got enough, so maybe Monique got enough. So this, oh my God, I've been saying this since 2020. The Monique and Wendy never got to know each other. I don't know, like they never got to know each other because the fight happened when she came in. So they never got to establish anything. And because of that, Wendy jumped on the Giselle train because that's who she was trying to befriend. Remember, her and Robin was cool. You know, it was her, Robin, and Giselle. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to be a part of that. And Robin and Monique was not cool. And obviously Robin and Giselle not cool. So it was like, when that happened, and I don't know you like that, and I'm just getting off of what they saying, how they feeling, you know, so I'm glad they acknowledged this, that, yeah, I got to meet her, say, hey, be cool, but we never got enough one-on-one banter and all that stuff hanging out because next thing I know, boom, boom, boom happened. You know, the fight. Candace's and, the hair. And yeah, she was, and then she was gone because she decided not to stay so that we couldn't never, I could never get that. And honestly, like I did want her to stay. I did want Monique to stay. I did. But if she did stay, I think Wendy and her relationship wouldn't have started off on a good note. Because like I said, she jumped on the Giselle Robin train. So her impressions of, oh, this bitch fighting, she get her and all this type of, like Candace was, calling her all these names. I bet you Wendy would have been over on that side. What y'all think? So her image and everything would have been warped no matter what. I don't know. So maybe this is good on their, or for them sake, only for Wendy's sake. I wanted her to stay for Giselle and Candace, for Candace's sake, because I wanted to see, we needed to see the workout between them all. Oh, and Robin, like we needed to see, because it was going to be Robin and Giselle versus Monique versus Monique versus Candace, because they wasn't always cool with Candace. So listen, it would have been good, but now we're gonna see where it goes from here. So that's the only reason why I'm glad Monique is back. And we close the show with this. Ashley gives Monique a shirt, and hers says Dr. Do It All. And Kay was like, oh, hey girl, got all these other ladies in the group. Did you meet Tia and stuff? And did you meet, Stacy? You ain't never met Stacy. Oh no, I never met no Stacy. No, I don't be going nowhere like that, so I don't be knowing people like that. Oh, Stacy, I thought you said you knew Monique. You saw her before, and it was like, no, 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 no. She saw Chris. You know Chris, and it was like, oh, okay, so that's what it was. And see, I was like, okay, Kay. Look, okay, Kay, I see what you did there, girl. I see how you spent that with that. Okay. Um, and yeah, that was the episode. So that means when we get back, we'll still be at this Pride celebration, getting on the float and all that good stuff. Plus, get the commentary between Monique and Stacy. I don't think it's gonna be no beef or no crap like that. Cause girl, okay, I'm divorced. We're not together, and he can date who we want to date. So I don't know why everybody was so pressed about that. Cause girl, she don't give a and y'all probably wouldn't either. So either way, thank you for watching. I didn't think it was gonna be this long. So I'm like, this episode 1-ish, but I'm the ish. So no, I'm just playing. All right, love y'all. Bye.